ICE agents have killed another person, per reports.
Here's what we know about the man that ICE shot and killed this morning in Houston, Texas, and the lies that they're already spreading about him. The person has been identified as Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, originally from Mexico. And to no surprise, ICE is already putting out the same kind of communication that it always does when one of its agents kills someone. That this was a targeted operation, and that the driver, Lorenzo, refused to follow instructions and weaponized his vehicle, and that he attempted to run over an ICE agent who used his weapon in self-defense. According to reports, Lorenzo was struck in the stomach. He was rushed to a hospital in the area where he was pronounced dead. Reports are saying that 3 other people on the scene were detained. Right-wingers have already gone online to try and spread mis and disinformation about Lorenzo, saying that this is Lorenzo, when this person was arrested for another crime and is not Lorenzo at all. So if you see people using this picture, correct them. And as always, do not believe DHS or ICE's account of what happened. They always rush to their favorite news channels or influencers to try and control the narrative, to try and paint the person they shot and killed as the aggressor. But then as soon as the video is released, we see that they are lying about what happened or spreading mis and disinformation. So we need them to release the body cam as quickly as possible to know what actually happened today.
The deceased, Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, is this man right here. DHS, in their own words, wrote, Araujo was part of a, quote, targeted enforcement operation to arrest an illegal alien.
Nuestro objetivo es ir más allá.
Claudia Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, said, we cannot allow the mistreatment of our brothers who are in the United States. She would also add, we are considering other measures after the deaths of migrants in ICE custody.
An ICE officer has fatally shot an undocumented man from Mexico in Houston. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo allegedly ignored orders during a vehicle stop, the Department of Homeland Security claims. They said he tried to ram an agent who then fired his weapon in self-defense. Social media footage shows 2 agents crouched over a man lying in the street on the driver's side of a white van. ICE targeted the Mexican national, believing he was living illegally in the US. He was taken to hospital but later died from a single shot to the abdomen. His son said his father was a hard-working Mexican man who has been in the US for almost 35 years. He was in the process of getting a work permit. The shooting sparked a protest and called for an independent investigation. The incident comes as immigration enforcement has been heavily ramped up under the Trump administration.
Mainstream outlets in Europe have picked up on the story as well.
I saw my dad's van, but no sign of him. I frantically called family, friends, loved ones to see if they can find any information. I saw a video posted on Facebook that he had been shot. I recognized him immediately. Not from his appearance, but from his voice, crying for help as he lay on the street, bleeding out. I went to Bentov Hospital and demanded answers, but no one could give them to me. I learned of my father's passing from a news report on social media. Not the hospital, not law enforcement. Through a collective effort from local organizations and elected officials, we got answers. My father's death was confirmed. I had to call my mom right away to give her the terrible news of my dad's passing before she had to find out the same way I did.
From the Telegraph, Lorenzo Salgado Araujo worked for 35 years from sunrise to sunset in order to send all 3 of his American kids to school/college. He'd been working towards securing legal status in the States after neglecting it as he built homes for his son. Newsday would report he had no criminal convictions during his decades living in the country and was driving a crew to a home building site when he was killed. That's from his family and Democratic United States Representative Sylvia Garcia. Now, the mayor of Houston, this man, John Whitmire, has gone on the record stating that he has declined to seek a citywide investigation into the shooting, claiming there cannot be a city investigation while a federal investigation is ongoing. The Chronicle would also report the stepdaughter of another man arrested by ICE during the encounter accused the officers of racial profiling. They just saw a couple of Hispanic men going to work, the stepdaughter said, so they decided to chase them down and follow them. They were targeted because they are Hispanic men. From the outlet once more, the shooting would come less than 3 months after Houston City Hall became embroiled in a really tense debate over police cooperation with the feds. The mayor ultimately backed amendments to the city's ICE policy after the governor of the state, Greg Abbott, would threaten to withhold more than $100 million in state grant funding, arguing the city needed to preserve its relationship with state officials. Look, that could very well be true. But what we have here right now is someone in his community, the mayor's community, who was killed. What you should be doing is going on offense as much as possible. Yeah, Greg Abbott is going to withhold funding if you investigate someone getting killed. I mean, think about, I also thought about this today, how Republicans are really coining themselves for decades as being pro-life, but they are truly the anti-life party. They want to meddle in the investigation, the FBI does, and the DOJ does, with the murders that we saw in Minneapolis. They want to practically contaminate the site. They want to practically, in my view, contaminate any evidence whatsoever. They are okay with people being killed in this country if they don't meet the criteria, which changes, it seems like, every single day, of who is an American citizen. That is what they are saying. I mean, Folarin Balogun, now that the U.S. is out and he didn't score, I have seen conservative commentators say that he doesn't even get to be a U.S. citizen because he didn't perform. They keep going over this stuff. And although we might have some critiques, we're not loud enough in them. I mean, they are going to dehumanize this man because he is a brown person and was not a certified American citizen, though he was here for over 30 years. They don't have, nor do they allot, any dignity whatsoever. There is no decorum. And you have a government, a federal government, that is putting out deputized, likely militia members and white supremacists, likely, cosplaying as ICE officers so they can go kill people. Think about that. I mean, we saw Alex Preddy get killed by veteran, I don't know why I put that in quotes, veteran Border Patrol agents. Minnesota's not the border. They're there. I mean, DHS has run amok. And there's a reason why so many candidates are not only polling well, but winning, because it is time to abolish this entire division. It is time. It is time. It's been past time. And the longer that we allow them to continue operating in this form, there will be more people killed. There will be. Some may not be on video. Some may be in ICE custody. Some may be in CCOT in El Salvador. Some might be when they're getting deported, they just get killed. But who does that? Our federal government. That's who does it. Beyond shameful. Impeachable in many ways. And this is what now the plumber guy, Mark Wayne Mullen, is responsible for as well. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.